Hey guys, it's time to follow another historical hair tutorial, and today I have one from the Edwardian era and I'm really excited because I haven't done one from this period before. What I have here is an excerpt from the Girls' Own Paper and Women's magazine from 1911, so it's like late Edwardian era, maybe just after it. But it is a tutorial for the hairstyle called the soft pompadour and Psyche knot. So this is quite a typical hairstyle for the time. It's very recognizably Edwardian and really pretty. And I think it might actually, well, no. Probably won't turn out wearable. We'll see as I do it. But I feel like this can be done on largely straight hair, which is great. I'm always looking for historical hairstyles you can do on straight hair. She definitely has some curls around the front, but we can take care of that. I have my little curling iron here. I am wearing a good set of hair extensions, because ladies in these Edwardian hair tutorials, they have insane hair. Same goes for Victorian. I feel like they just choose models with incredible manes, so yeah, I need a little bit of help in that department and with the length as well. Let's see, after all the tangles have been removed, a parting is made beginning at the forehead and running backward through the center to the top of the head but not down the back. Sounds doable enough. I have brushed my hair already, so I'm just going to make a parting to the top of my head. Step 1 done. A second and third parting are now made. The second begins on the line of the first parting about 2 1/2 inches from the forehead. It runs down the left side of the head and terminates an inch behind the ear. So right around there, I think. The third parting is like the second, beginning at the same point, finishing an inch behind the right ear. The hair is now in 3 divisions, the 2 front ones and the back portion. We're doing good so far. Before making the pompadour, all the back hair should be carefully combed and tied back so as not to be in the way. So let's tie that off. The pompadour may then be put up. First smooth the left side, brushing it forward, then up and finally back into pompadour shape. Fasten it at the top of the head with a hairpin. So I am to brush this hair forward. Am I supposed to do this without any teasing or padding or whatever? Just my own hair. Then up and back into pompadour style. I don't really see how this is supposed to hold with no teasing though. Especially like this center part. Because on her it's like beautifully combed back, like straight back. And I don't see how she's doing that with no pins, or just one pin actually. I think I'm just gonna backcomb it a little bit, even though that might be cheating, but I don't think this is gonna work on me otherwise. How is she making this hair go straight back? That's what I don't get. Alright, let's just follow the instructions first and I can always go back and try and fix this later. Next, the right side of the hair is smoothed out, brushed up into a pompadour and pinned securely at the top of the head, close to the place where the left side is fastened. Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to put the pin in the center, I get it. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see, yeah. That was a light bulb moment. So I am supposed to pin it right here. That is why the hair is going straight back. Because it's actually pinned right in the center. That's how you make that work. Doing pretty much the same thing on the right side. Brush forward first. Then up. And back. And pin it right next to that first one. After the pompadour is made, the hair should be carefully pulled out with the hands so as to cover all 3 partings. So basically you don't want to be able to see that little division here. Honestly though, this may not be the neatest job in history, but I feel like this isn't half bad. I'm surprised by how authentic this looks already. Oh, I'm so glad I learned that trick now. You're supposed to pin the hair in the center. Now the hair is ready to make the Psyche knot. Comb out the ends of the pompadour, untie the back hair and comb both it and the ends of the pompadour together. So these are the ends of my pompadour. And you just want to combine it all. Brush the long hair up so it can be tied with a narrow black ribbon close to the head, but about 2 inches above the nape of the neck. After the hair is tied in place, begin to twist the coil into shape. Okay, so I need to brush my hair up and tie it up about 2 inches from the nape of the neck. Ah! Oh, my hair is falling down. What's going on? What's going on here? What happened? Oh, I might have lost the bobby pin. Symmetry is something I need to work on, but I'm still quite happy with this. Bring the twisted coil up towards the top of the head, shaping it into a Psyche effect. So, twisting my hair into a coil. Not too tightly, I think. We want to keep some volume. So, up. Fasten it securely with 2 or 3 hairpins as shown in the 5th illustration. That means I'm probably gonna use 10. I feel like either her hair texture or the pins she uses, or probably both actually, is very different from mine because I cannot do these instructions with the same amount of hairpins. I am using bobby pins instead of hairpins, but still. Then continue to twist the hair until it is all used, coiling it at the same time loosely around the first part of the Psyche knot. Fasten the completed Psyche knot with hairpins. So you pretty much just want to go back down and then back up again, if I understand correctly. And then just pin everything. Alright, so I think at this point the hairstyle is pretty much done, or at least I followed the instructions as well as I could, but I have to say there is room for improvement here. First of all, this is a mess. I can't really get my hair to stay there with the minimal amount of bobby pins, so I just stuck a load of them in, but I think I'm gonna take them out and just try and pin them back in a way that's a little bit less flashy, visible maybe. Like try and actually hide them this time. You know, this is the difficult part about doing your own hair. For the most part, you can't really tell what it looks like from the back. I just wanna fix my bangs because that's the one thing that's still dramatically different from hers, is the curled bangs, which are of course very iconic of this era. Hers would have been pin curled or rag curled or made using another heat-free method probably, but I'm just gonna cheat here and use a curling iron really quickly. So basically any hair that's loose I'm gonna curl into little spiral curls, and I'm beginning to second guess my decision of doing this on straight hair. It is possible, but I feel like this would have been much easier and would have held up a lot better if it had some texture and therefore a little bit more grip. Also, doing this on first day, just freshly cleaned hair, might not have been the best decision. Because styles like this that are supposed to pretty much just stand up on their own always benefit from a bit of oil or just something to hold on to. Well, we're gonna make it work. The curly bangs are a must though. Gonna let this cool down for a second. Let's have some tea in the meantime. Okay, so I'm gonna fluff these out into proper curly bangs. And there we go. Now the last thing that is suggested in the tutorial is that you add some kind of embellishment, and she actually wears a pretty wide ribbon-like thing right around the hairstyle. I think that might actually help me a lot with hiding this whole situation, and I feel like my extensions are kind of showing down here, and I think adding something like that would really help this hairstyle. So I'm just gonna look for something that is suitable, and yeah, we can try that. Found this piece of lace that I think could potentially work. So let's place it over my hair. Okay, I'm gonna have to pin it though, because it's not staying on its own. That's all right. It can even help push my hair forward a little bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna tie it in the back. I feel like that helps heaps with making it look nicer, and also just that tiny bit more authentic. Yeah, I think this is it, guys. Here is my authentic Edwardian hairstyle according to a 1911 hair tutorial. I am actually really happy with this one, and what I'm mostly happy to see is that this was so doable. I can easily imagine women doing this at home by themselves on their own hair in the morning as they get ready for their day. It's very achievable. This is definitely not something that you need a hairdresser for or even a maid. And that makes it feel just extra realistic. Like, I actually believe women would wear their hair like this. I also love the way this looks. I think it is very beautiful. I am seriously considering wearing this for the rest of the day. Is this acceptable? I think we'll find out soon enough. So I hope you enjoyed watching me try a Edwardian hairstyle, guys. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for loads more beauty and lifestyle content. If you'd like to support me through Patreon or my merch store, there'll be links in the description box below. Thank you so much for your support. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!